engine plus single bulldozer is equal to history.
Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today and I am Mosmi Singh, getting you this very special show from Ground Zero, Lucknow. India Today continuing its mega coverage of the assembly elections. It doesn't get bigger than this. But first, the breaking news. CM Yogi Adityanath is supposed to reach the BJP office in Lucknow anytime. He will be addressing party workers and also addressing the media. It's a record win and all eyes are on the man of the moment, Yogi Adityanath, who is on the second time on the run, going to become the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. BJP has swept UP and there were multiple factors that actually came into place. But before we go into the factors that actually played a part in the victory, let's get your view of what's happening on Ground Zero. Action-packed, completely packed BJP office, no space to walk. Everybody is waiting with bated breath for their captain to arrive, the man who led this entire team of party workers, the Saffron party, a moment of reckoning for them. You can see conch shells, songs, dhols and nagaras. So multiple factors came into place. You can see again the BJP workers erupting into a dance. They've been at it since morning. It's absolutely a spectacular moment for the BJP for having scored such a triumphant and formidable victory. But let's go back and talk about why the BJP actually swept the UP polls from the end of Mafia Raj to the consolidation of women voters. We break it down for you that what are the factors that actually played their part in BJP scoring such a huge victory.
इस बार उत्तर प्रदेश में रंगों वाली होली 10 दिन पहले ही मनाई जाएगी.
They called it the Modi-Yogi double engine, not without reason. The BJP has bulldozed its way to power in Uttar Pradesh once again. Holi has come a week early for the party as it wins a handsome majority with over 250 seats. It is the first time a party is retaining power in the state in 37 years. A big feat by itself. And CM Yogi Adityanath has become the first BJP Chief Minister to complete a 5-year tenure in Uttar Pradesh.
जनता जनार्दन ने मोदी योगी को स्वीकार किया. एक सक्षम नेतृत्व, ईमानदार नेतृत्व, परिश्रम की पराकाष्ठा करने वाला नेतृत्व और जो दलित शोषित वंचितों के लिए काम किया गया, पिछड़ों के लिए जो काम किया गया, इसका भी लाभ हम लोगों को जनता जनार्दन ने दिया है.
The BJP's victory was made possible by a combination of factors: better law and order, end of Mafia Raj, free ration in villages, consolidation of women votes, and its tried and tested formula of Hindutva. While the BJP's tally came down from 322 seats, the target was daunting for principal challenger Akhilesh Yadav. While the cycle did move fast, it still proved to be too slow for the BJP's bullet train. The SP gained over 70 seats from its previous performance, but that was it. The casualties of the war are Mayawati and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. The BSP's vote share and seat share have shrunk considerably, and all the efforts by Priyanka could only fetch them less than 3% votes for the Congress. The elections in UP were billed as the big semi-final before 2024. The grand victory in India's most populous state with 80 Lok Sabha seats places the BJP in pole position for the general elections 2 years later. Bureau Report, India Today.
It's a moment of reckoning for the BJP. We're here at the BJP headquarters in Lucknow. You can see the Vidhan Sabha on my left side. That is the power center of Uttar Pradesh. And bang opposite the power center is the power-packed machine of the BJP, the Josh machine. And you can see Keshav Prasad Maurya, the Deputy Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, they're entering, dozens of selfie cameras, mobile cameras are on, all focusing on Keshav Prasad Maurya, the Deputy Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. And any moment from now, we will also see the Chief Minister walk in. All the other BJP leadership has really been waiting for them to come along with the party workers. Massive BJP flags. There you can see Keshav Prasad Maurya waving the victory sign and welcoming and receiving the reception that he is getting by the BJP workers. Chants of Jai Shri Ram reverberating in the air. It is a moment that will be etched in the memory of the BJP workers for long. And of course, the Janta, the kingmakers of UP and the queen makers will be watching this entire show as the BJP pulls up a victory celebration of sorts in Lucknow. And yet again, that song, which must have been playing for more than 100 times today, is playing again. But the BJP workers are not tired, certainly not retired. And this is a time when the BJP is absolutely emboldened. So let's talk to the BJP workers here and see what they really feel. Baba का बुलडोजर चला, मोदी फैक्टर चला.
दोनों चला और बाबा का बुलडोजर तैयार है और हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं में बहुत जोश है और रातों दिन हम लोगों ने काम किया है. जो आप ग्राउंड जीरो पर देख रहे हैं हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं का जोश और आगे 27 में इससे ज्यादा और अच्छी बेहतर स्थिति में आएंगे.
Very important, everybody is talking about 2027, 2024. बाबा का बुलडोजर चला. कितने देर से आप लोग डांस कर रहे हैं, खेल रहे हैं, थके नहीं हैं?
हम लोग सुबह से कर रहे हैं. जब से अनाउंस हुआ था चुनाव का परिणाम आने शुरू हुए थे, तब से इसी परिणाम के लिए बेताब थे और जो है पूरी तरीके से बेताबी का जश्न जो है, थकान पूरी तरीके से दूर हो चुकी है क्योंकि प्रचंड बहुमत की सरकार बाबा ने बनाई.
Right, let's look at that path that has been carved out for the UP Chief Minister. Many call him Baba, many call him Maharaj, many call him Yogi Adityanath. And I do remember 5 years back, Yogi Adityanath was a surprise CM. He has yes, we can see the cavalcade. Viewers, cavalcade of the Chief Minister perhaps on your screen. We can see that Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, workers running behind him, waving at him, and euphoria in the air, conch shells, people dancing, waving the victory sign, and that's the Chief Minister's cavalcade, I believe. We can see some garlands on the vehicle, but we'll have to wait and see whether it is actually, perhaps it is some other minister who would be alighting from the car. But one after the other, Brijesh Pathak, yet again, waving the victory sign. Brijesh Pathak was the candidate for the BJP from Kant, Lucknow Kant, relatively considered a safe seat for the BJP, most sought after, was sought after by Aparna Yadav, was sought by Mayank Joshi, and here you are, Brijesh Pathak, winning that seat and waving the victory sign, dozens of garlands on his shoulder, around his neck, sorry viewers, and here, yet again, a replay of the scene that unfolded when Keshav Prasad Maurya came. Holi before Holi is what you see, a lot of gulal thrown on him, and the BJP workers, one after the other, receiving the BJP leaders here. Viewers, can you see this? This is how a celebration looks like. They say, Jo Jeeta Wohi Sikandar and Brijesh Pathak. No doubt of enthusiasm there. You can see he's climbing onto the gate, one leg BJP workers holding him, and he's almost in a dancing mode, welcoming, receiving all the workers right here. This is a scene, you know, that will be played out on television screens, and the public of UP will be watching. The BJP not undermining at all, you know, emboldened by this victory, knows the importance of this victory, how the BJP government, the schemes and policies were put to test, and the entire campaign saw a very bitter battle being fought. And now Brijesh Pathak is being led in to the BJP office. Viewers, just 20 minutes to go. Any moment from now, we'll see Yogi Adityanath, who will be arriving. He is the star of this entire campaign, stuck to his guns, stuck to his ground, and yet again, the result is the scene unfolding on ground zero. Viewers, you know, since morning we've seen the youth brigade, the women brigade, every community is present here. What a thumping victory for the BJP. And yeah, the BJP workers, you know, completely putting their faith in Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of UP. I do believe that the CM security is right there at the gate, trying to huddle the crowd, because a very little narrow margin to walk into the BJP office there, and the entire street, Alok, my VJ will show you, the entire street is actually stopped. You know, it's come to a grinding halt, and that's the sort of victory the BJP has scored. You know, only after the exit polls projected those numbers, the BJP found some spring in their steps, you know. Before that, it was a battle that was being fought tooth and nail. On that side, I can see that there are some other ministers who are arriving. You can see the other side of the road, also completely packed, viewers. And this is a scene, you know, not only the state capital, Lucknow, has come to a grinding halt. Varanasi, Gorakhpur, Prayagraj, every district, BJP workers have erupted into a celebration of sorts, and that's one reason that you know, the BJP workers want to enjoy this moment, bask in the glory, even as the sun sets on the city of Nawabs. It's a new dawn for the BJP. It's a completely new story to be told. A story of good governance, a story of better law and order, a story of getting the women voters, breaking the caste divide, the caste barriers, and reposing their faith in the BJP, the Saffron party. The BJP has come a long way. So let's go and see. Let's see what's unfolding on the ground. Some announcement happening, viewers. We will hear what's happening. So there you can see, yes, you can see that the bulldozer being carried on his head. You can see that the light is glowing. Perhaps he sensed, he's got a signal of the Chief Minister arriving, and in a hectic frenzy, you can see the security cordon is being strengthened there. Any moment from now, it's, viewers, just 15 minutes to go for the address of the UP Chief Minister, and everything that is being said on stage is being responded to by the BJP workers. गजब का उत्साह है, उत्साह आप लोग का कम नहीं हो रहा।
उत्साह 2000 से लगातार बढ़ता ही आ रहा है। 14 में बढ़ा था, 17 में बढ़ा, 19 में भी बढ़ा, अब 22 में बढ़ा, अब 24 में भी इसी को आगे बढ़ाते चलेंगे हम लोग।
जो जीता वही सिकंदर।
जी, एकदम
सिकंदर है, योगी जी ही जीतेंगे। और अभी 22 में आए हैं, फिर से 27 में योगी जी ही आएंगे।
आप लोग कितनी लड़ाई लड़ेंगे? लड़ाई लड़ते लड़ते नहीं थकते।
बीजेपी वाले कभी नहीं थकते।
कभी खत्म नहीं होती। रूट
बीजेपी में रह के देश के लिए लड़ रहे हैं। ये देश के लिए लड़ाई कभी नहीं खत्म होगी।
देखिए,
अब जीतने की आदत सी हो गई है आप लोग।
जी जी, एकदम।
आप ये भी कह सकती हैं अब अच्छा काम करने की आदत हो गई है, और हम लोग बेहतरी के लिए काम करते हैं। महिला सुरक्षा, आप मौसमी जी, आप एक महिला हैं, और अब यहाँ देख रही हैं, आप यहाँ देख रही हैं कि महिलाओं को जो सम्मान और सुरक्षा दी है हमारी सरकार ने, योगी सरकार ने, आप उसमें आप खुद देखिए एक महिला होने के नाते। आप देख रहे हैं कितनी महिलाएं हैं यहाँ पर, और इतनी महिलाएं, इनका सम्मान, अगर इतनी महिलाओं को सुरक्षा की भावना ना होती तो आप देख लीजिए इस क्राउड में कितनी महिलाएं हैं और
Absolutely, you can see that actually multiple colors here, the saffron ruling the roost at the BJP celebrations, and my colleague Santosh is joining me. Santosh, Santosh, even as we stay with the visuals, you have covered the entire campaign very, very closely, especially the entire Lakhimpur Kheri incident. Do you think that Yogi Modi factor actually overruled all the ground issues?
Definitely, Mosmi, Yogi and Modi factor overruled all the issues, whether that was the law and order, whether that was the ration distributed among the poor peoples. That was the basic thing. The law and order was the basic thing which the people accepted the BJP mandate, and now the BJP is going to govern a second time. This is after 35 years in the political history of UP that any party is going to second time govern on the state.
So, you cover law and order and crime. Do you think that law and order was a huge issue and Yogi government scored better, much better than the other governments, and the tag of Akhilesh Yadav's government of lawlessness couldn't be broken?
Definitely, law and order was the USP of BJP, and we can say the Samajwadi Party was lagging behind on the law and order issue. The main blame on the Samajwadi Party was the bad law and order. And
can you give us an overview of how the law and order was better? Any examples?
Definitely the action against the Mukhtar Ansari, Atiq Ahmed, and the slogan that is the bulldozer Baba. That is the biggest impact of the law and order in the state UP, and BJP propagated this bulldozer factor in whole elections, and we can say that in Uttarakhand also.
I just interrupt you because I'm seeing some activity on the road. Yogi Adityanath, the UP Chief Minister, is going to arrive any moment from now, and you know the BJP workers, the women workers have worked even harder because remember, a big support, a big thumbs up by the BJP, by the women voters, pardon me, of Uttar Pradesh that really helped BJP score the points that it really did. And you can see the BJP women workers dancing. I spotted them in the morning. Right there, they are women from Uttarakhand who have actually made a song on Yogi Adityanath. There you can see they've been unstoppable, dancing. There's a spring in every step, music issuing on the lips, and they are ready to dance throughout this entire victory lap, which was much dreamt about, much warranted, and a big BJP flag right in the center that is being brandished as the victory celebrations continue. We are seeing some movement of vehicles, a gypsy arriving, a second one arriving in a row. Remember, we are keeping our eyes on the entire stretch of the road from where 5 Kalidas Marg is the residence of the UP Chief Minister, and I am seeing is that the cavalcade of Yogi Adityanath? क्या ये cavalcade?
देखिए बिल्कुल अभी तो नहीं, क्योंकि पूरी तरीके से ये काफिला सिक्योरिटी उनकी आ चुकी है, जो मुख्यमंत्री की सिक्योरिटी है वो आ चुकी है, लेकिन जो गाड़ियां हैं वो अभी नहीं लग रहा है कि इसमें मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ है, क्योंकि उनकी गाड़ियों का काफिला कुछ अलग रहता है। तो ये मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ का काफिला इनके बाद आएगा। कोई और नेता है, बीजेपी के तमाम बड़े नेता, केशव मौर्य, स्वयं प्रसाद मौर्य, तमाम बड़े नेता जो जीत करके आ रहे हैं, लिहाजा अभी मुख्यमंत्री
Brijesh Pathak, we saw Brijesh Pathak, he literally climbed on the gate, Santosh, and was actually waving. Too happy he is.
Actually, Brijesh Pathak started as a political career from the Lucknow University. He was the student leader, and what we have saw today that Brijesh Pathak he was overwhelmed with the victory which he got from the Lucknow Kent area, and definitely it is the biggest victory for the BJP. And this is the Deputy CM Dinesh Sharma who came with this cavalcade. And
so viewers, watch this. The other Deputy Chief Minister, Dinesh Sharma, who we spoke earlier in the day too, has also arrived, and he who seemed pretty confident last evening, he told me clearly that we will be reaching the 300-figure mark, but no way we are coming below 270, and he was pretty sure that the BJP will be winning on the women card, will be winning on the schemes that the BJP government has put into place on ground zero. And dozens of cameras, focus lights on BJP leaders one by one trickle in, but we are still waiting for the chief guest. It is a victory, very hard fought for the UP Chief Minister, Santosh.
Yeah, this is going to be a very hot fight for the UP Chief Minister, but undoubtedly what Yogi Adityanath has done in the first 10 years, that is the biggest thing. This is the law and order, this is the...
5 years, not 10 years yet. अभी 5 साल ही हुए हैं.
5 साल हुए हैं. तो पिछले पहले वाले में...
So here you are, viewers. Watch this. You can see Bajrang Bali. We saw a battle of Bajrang Bali versus Bahubali, a political war of words erupt in UP. But here you can see Bajrang Bali arriving at the BJP office. And chants reverberating in the air. You can see a lotus behind him. Nai soch, nai ummeed, kaam damdar. Ek baar phir BJP sarkar. Those are the slogans that the BJP actually, and we can see that a lot of color, a lot of flavor, a lot of kalevar, all sorts of people. Yeah, you can see somebody dressed up as Lord Ram arriving here. You have Hanuman, you have Lord Ram, and you will have any moment from now the chief guest, Baba Bulldozer, also arriving as his party workers lovingly call him. But here you can see that somebody dressed up as Lord Ram has just arrived and is much sought after. Remember, Ram is a symbol that the BJP has used much often. Even this song, हम राम को लाए हैं, हम बीजेपी को, आप बीजेपी को लाएंगे, एक बार फिर से यूपी में कमल खिलाएंगे. So Lord Ram has been in the center of all policies of the BJP. And here completely, you know, there is a lot of euphoria. But let's go to my colleague Ashutosh. We've seen a lot of bulldozers, and there Ashutosh is in Gorakhpur with another set of bulldozers. Ashutosh, over to you.
Well, Mausami, if I could say, really, this is a bulldozer rally that I see here in Gorakhpur. Literally a bulldozer rally. More than 10 bulldozers carrying, you know, the BJP supporters, the workers carrying out almost a rally here in Yogi's home turf. And now the bulldozer, this rally is entering at Gorakhnath temple premises. And remember the word, the bulldozer, which was most used by Yogi Adityanath during the campaigns, criticized by Akhilesh Yadav, and perhaps was the most defining word that was maximum used by Yogi Adityanath and perhaps also the opposition during the high decibel campaign. But here on the day when BJP sweeps the state and Yogi Adityanath from his home turf with more than 1 lakh vote, here the defining images on the sea, you know, that I see on the streets of Gorakhpur, that literally workers carrying out a bulldozer rally. So on the JCBs, there are around 10 to 12 supporters. They are sitting on the JCBs on this bulldozer, and the moment, you know, the results started pouring in positively in favor of BJP, the poor workers carrying out the toy, you know, the replica of bulldozers, and the most defining word that often I heard is it is a bulldozer Baba ki wapsi, and the bulldozer Baba has come with a huge margin at that. Now the supporter call Yogi Adityanath bulldozer Baba. Since that was the most talked about during the campaign, here on the day, this could have been, you know, this is exactly why the supporters have brought literally a bulldozer on the streets. Of course, there's a kind of traffic, but it's a moment for the celebration for the supporters, workers, and that's what I see here on the street of Gorakhpur. All these bulldozers by their supporters entering in the premises of Gorakhnath temple. Back to you, Mausami.
Right, Ashutosh, another question for you. Were you also colored? Did we see a lot of Holi being played in Gorakhpur? Because here faces couldn't be identified. We've been saved being on the terrace. Were you also colored, and was there Holi before Holi being played in Gorakhpur?
It was... It was really difficult to escape from the colors. There was almost an attack with the colors by all the supporters, but we had to request them, since we are carrying equipments and we have to report from different places. Somehow, they've forgiven us and somehow we escaped from that. And since we have been moving one place to another, from temple to Ravi Kishan to the counting centers, so far we survived the colors, but all over since afternoon, ever since 10 a.m. that I saw, once the Holi started, Fagun that is called, when it started from Ravi Kishan's residence, it has been only pouring out all across this Yogi's bastion in Gorakhpur. And as they said, this is just the beginning of the celebration. Holi, the peak is yet to reach. Mosmi.
Right, Ashutosh, another question for you. We are here at the Lucknow BJP headquarters. What are the songs that you hear workers chanting throughout the day? Was it more about Yogi? Was it more about the BJP? Did you also hear the Bhagwa Lehrayenge song? I heard it 100 times, more than 100 times throughout the day.
When you are in Gorakhpur, it is only about Yogi Adityanath, and we know that Yogi Adityanath and the Gorakhnath temple, this entire influences not only this Gorakhpur but also several other districts of, this east and the Purvanchal. So clearly when it is Uttar Pradesh and such a sweeping victory for Yogi Adityanath, he is the chief minister for the second time of India's largest state, there can be only one slogan that was heard, is only Yogi and Bhagwa, as he replicate, as he is the symbol of BJP's, the Bhagwa politics. And clearly the man, besides the religion politics, at the same time, there was a cocktail of the development, the infrastructure development. Also, when we heard that in the rural belt, it was the ration, and in the urban areas it was the sashan, and that cocktail seems, the benefited BJP both in urban pocket and the rural pocket. And of course, as it was reflected in the, in the exit polls, now clearly it is also reflecting in the results, and BJP has yet again, swept the Uttar Pradesh with such a thumping majority, and that's exactly why I see the celebration here in Yogi's bastion, Gorakhpur. Mosmi.